As can be seen on the community of inquiry model, setting climate is something that is part of both the teaching presence and the social presence. Essentially, the entire community of learners and the instructor are responsible for setting a climate that is conducive to learning. Now, this climate will be one in which participants are encouraged to participate and to take risks in those contributions. The participants should be willing to accept constructive criticism from the other learners in the system. A community of inquiry is one in which participants create meaning with each other, and this means that listening is a key ingredient. A final ingredient of a good climate for learning is that sense of community that should develop amongst the learners. Initially, the climate will be set by the instructor as they are setting up the class. Through the choosing of activities, assignments, and pedagogies, the teacher will work to determine the tone of the classroom. There are some strategies that can work well in setting up a strong learning climate in a learning system. First, it's important to remember that the community of learners are a bunch of people with many interests and stories of their own. If you can bring some of those stories into the classroom, it may bring the class closer as they learn more about each other as people. Similarly, the teacher can use quick surveys to build community. In a learning management system like Adobe Connect, this can be accomplished with a survey feature that instantly publishes the results as they come in. In other systems, Kahoot! Or some other informal survey system would work well, just as well. The teacher can also work with the class to determine what kind of class they would like. In this way, students have more ownership in the class. In addition to class time, it might be a good idea for the teacher to construct some outside of class contact, such as Twitter handles, and various asynchronous forums. This will allow students who may not speak up in class to still contribute and be recognized. In the community of inquiry, the learning is to happen through the interactions of the participants, with the teacher as a facilitator, and this means lots of group work. It's important that the group work vary in duration and importance, and that groups are always constructed by the teacher, who deliberately mix up people differently every time. Some of the groups might only be for a 5-minute assignment, others for a large presentation. Either way, working this way allows people to get to know each other better and therefore enhances community in the group. It's important that the students see each other as resources, as this is a foundational component of the framework. To help with this, the teacher should use some systems for peer feedback, such as gallery walk protocols or tuning protocols to give feedback on assignments. Gallery walk protocols are designed in a classroom, however, can be easily adapted to an online environment where the participants would have Google Documents having their assignment on it, which would be linked to a central document. And as the students look at each other's work, they simply click on somebody's work and add comments to it with the comment feature. Pardon me. A tuning protocol is a little bit different, where the participant outlines their plan. The rest of the group offers clarifying questions to try to figure exactly what the participant is saying. And then after that, they talk about the participant's work individually or together as the participant simply listens, and then he responds to their comments later. That way you get quick feedback on your work. It can be done in about 20 minutes. One other way that they can see each other as resources is simply as editing partners. So for various writing assignments or presentations, they can bounce their ideas off each other. Perhaps one of the most important things a professor can do is model the behavior they wish to see. And this means that they need to be very specific in their language and their actions to ensure that they all build community. This may be as simple as using we and us whenever you're referring to the class, as opposed to distancing yourself from the learning. While the teacher needs to see themselves as a learner, it is more important for the students to see the teacher as a co-learner as well. There are far more strategies that could be used to enhance the learning climate in the classroom. These are just a few. The important thing is to set a goal for creating a positive learning climate and to keep that in mind when making each pedagogical choice.